This is the Serengeti as never seen before. Viewed through the eyes of East African guides Richard Knocker and Jombi, award-winning wildlife photographer Paul Joynson-Hicks and inspirational filmmaker Eliza. For the first time in decades, this extraordinary wilderness stands almost empty, a unique but bittersweet time to be here. Over 8 days, they'll be bringing you a rare glimpse of the Serengeti and all its inhabitants in a visual diary. We hope this encourages you on your own Serengeti safari, so together we can continue to conserve this precious wilderness.
A tiny sliver of the old moon just before dawn, waning crescent. And a little way above that, we've got a really, really bright Venus. Beautiful. And then almost straight overhead, we've got Orion. Really lovely morning sky to wake up to.
So it's about 10 minutes before 6, and oh, where is everybody? So very sadly, it's our last day of this series, and no one's here yet. On our first few days, everyone was here by about 20 to 6, but not today.
So it's the last day of filming. It's early in the morning. Jombi and I have come back up to see the lion cubs, or to see if we could see them. We found them, and I really wanted to just come back and check in with them one last time before we headed home. And it's wonderful to be here. It's so quiet, beautiful light, and she's lying on the rock with the 2 smallest cubs.
We haven't seen the other cubs, but they are around the area. What is interesting is you can tell the age of the cubs and the size and the movement. The older cubs they are capable to move with their mothers around, but the one that we saw, the cubs are still so small, so the mother is still staying with them, so that until they get the age that they will be comfortable to move around with them. Life in the rocks, it's amazing. We saw a striped kingfisher. She just dove into the ground, grabbed a lizard and flew back on the tree and smashed the lizard and then swallowed the whole thing. And this is a small bird, about 6.5 inches, so tiny little kingfisher. Interestingly is most of our kingfisher, they don't actually feed on fishes. They feed on insects, grasshoppers, lizards. But it was so amazing to see that little tiny bird swallowing the whole fish, and you can see the little tail sticking out of the mouth. It was very interesting.
This is the striped kingfisher that we saw bashing up the lizard. You can tell how small it is compared to other kingfisher.
While still going on watching the lions, the lizards on the rock sunbathing. You have a little one kicking the legs and just letting that sunlight going to the body. It was so amazing. The male, the colors, the details on the flat-headed agama lizards. It's so beautiful. Sometimes when you're on safari, you just have to sit and absorb and watch. If you have the patience, there's so much can be going on around you.
So these bush hornbills, they've got this really interesting way of breeding where the female finds a cavity in a dead branch. She goes in there, and then together they brick up the entrance using resin and feathers and bark, whatever they can find, leaving just a little slot that she can be fed through by him. She then loses all her feathers. She molts completely, including her flight feathers, so she's incapable of flying. Uses the feathers to line the nest, and then she incubates the eggs. After the eggs have hatched, by this time she's now fully fledged, so she breaks down the wall, because now they need to both be flying food missions because the chicks are so hungry. Is it 3 weeks, 3 to 4 weeks? The chicks are fledged and they're fully fledged and they can break down the wall and they fly out.
So we've had a lovely morning so far, that great hornbill story, which is really lovely, got beautiful sunlight, and guess what? We are back at lucky number 4.
Everyone's favourite place.
Everyone's favourite crossing. So so I'm going to try and do a film of what we are seeing in terms of what the river looks like, and to show you why no one really likes crossing number 4, because you can't see the wildebeest, you can't see when they start crossing.
More in the background, that's the far side of the river, so we can't actually see the river. These guys are now coming out of the woodland, super annoying, and Paul's forgotten the remote control, so he can't make them go back in.
With its little legs in the air. I don't remember where it is in there, but so there's a lot of this.
We're just looking up like that.
Don't think we should fit in a pun as well?
Oh yes. Oh my God.
What? Oh, that's what it is.
You two are fabulous. Did you plan this? Is this...
Does it have a right way on?
Yes,
I'm worried about the highlights in my hair.
Okay.
So, amazing news on the climate change front. I gather that Google have teamed up with the former Vice President, and they're working on this new tempo to address the issue of climate change, and they're calling it an Al Gore rhythm.
Oh, it's terrible. Oh, it's terrible.
You're terrible.
But very topical, bearing in mind, you know, the fact that, you know, your swimming pool water is turning your hair green.
What? Why would you even say something like that? We've got that usual wildebeest thing going on again with them, you know, shall we, shan't we? They've been in and out of the woodland just there near number 4. Really look, they're piling up nicely, lots in there.
It's been an amazing series.
Fantastic.
Jombi, I think red's your
Somebody sort my hair
colour.
out there, but I don't think it's quite...
So thank you all for watching. You're the best.
It's been fantastic.
Has been
we love you all.
fabulous.
We can't wait to come back. What am I doing with this bunch of clowns?